Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome back to the Betting Talk. This is episode 26. We are taking a look at UFC Fight Night. Usman versus Buckley, which is taking place tomorrow, June the 14th, 2025, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be taking a look at the 4 best bets, the props for each fight, and the parlays near the end of the video. If you guys do enjoy this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. Let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the 4 best bets of the evening that I like for the night. It is going to be a bit of a chalky night. Some of the lines have swelled significantly. I did not do this video fast enough. That is my fault. I'm sorry. Hopefully, we can still make a bit of money. Now, we're going to start off with the first best bet. Phil Rowe versus Ange Loosa. I'm taking the side of Phil Rowe. 6.5 inches of reach is no big task that's going to go unhanded. Ange Loosa is going to have to push through a lot of Phil Rowe to get to his head or even shoot a takedown. I think Phil Rowe is going to be able to stay on the outside, stick and move. He did not look that good against Jake Matthews, was very flat-footed, was looking for more of a counter-striking approach. You can't do that with guys that move really well on the outside. Jake Matthews is one of those guys that loves to pop and move, loves to run around, loves to mix it up. Phil Rowe fed into his game plan. Bit of a problem. But if he does that against Ange Loosa, I can see him popping with good, clean shots, possibly knocking him out. It's just one of those fights where you look back, Brian Battle was going to beat the shit out of Ange Loosa. He should be on a 2-loss streak, arguably. Gabriel Bonfim ragdolled him. And you have Phil Rowe, who hasn't won a fight in the UFC, really. Nico Price, old. Jason Witt, okay. Orun Kosk, whatever this guy's name is, that's 4 years ago. You're getting into fights that don't even really count. Don't really show your true potential because you've, evolved so much past that. I still have Phil Rowe here as an underdog. I think it's just, statistic-wise, you got to take Phil Rowe. He's just a better fighter. And on paper, like when you watch tape too, he's just, Ange Loosa is kind of trash. Right? Like, really, like who did he beat? Reese McKee? What did he fucking do? Reese McKee's a finisher. He was able to survive. Good for you. I don't think Phil Rowe relies on complete finishes, honestly. He does not have a win by decision, but I do think he can win 2 rounds against Ange Loosa. Now, next on the best bets, I think I want to take Ricky Simon. Yeah, we are going to take it. We're going to take Ricky Simon against Cameron Smotherman. Cameron Smotherman came into the UFC a little bit premature, I think. Fought Jake Hadley. He was on his way out anyway. Fought Siri City, and City kind of proved that he can't stand and strike with most of the guys in the UFC. He just doesn't have the movement. He doesn't have the head movement. He doesn't have the striking to stay in the mix. And Ricky Simon just had a huge knockout over Yava Basharat. You have a guy who's on a heater. You have a guy who's basically on a fucking tear. And he's going to be looking to absolutely maul through Cameron Smotherman. Now, the tag at -500 is a little bit chalky. If you are looking for something a little bit better, I would say probably over 1.5 rounds. And Ricky Simon, Cameron Smotherman's not a guy who gets torched that easily. Gregory's a guy who has massive power. He wants to torch you. He wants you to step in. Ricky Simon got he got a nice knockout over Yava Basharat, but I think it can go over 1.5 rounds. I think it's going to go arguably, probably to a decision. I would lean more on the side of Ricky Simon on the spread, probably -3.5, probably sitting at around -160. Let's just take a look at that, actually, while we're sitting here. And for the first line, it was +110 for Philip Rowe. Give me that underdog price all day. Ricky Simon -3.5, -250. Again, a little bit chalky, but I do like it on the line. Now we're going to move on to the next best bet of the evening. Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. We're taking Michael Chiesa on the spread. Honestly, I would take submission. Realistically, listen, Court McGee is almost 41 years of age. He doesn't have a height advantage. He doesn't have a reach advantage. He doesn't have a weight bullying advantage. He's kind of small for the weight class. He's an older style of fighter, so he's definitely undersized for the weight class nowadays. And you have Chiesa, who just locks up submissions from everywhere. And it does not matter if Court McGee has not been submitted. He will be submitted in this fight. He will get submitted by Darce, most likely by Chiesa. It's just too easy. It's really too easy. Tony Ferguson and Max Griffin. Max Griffin's a huge win for Michael Chiesa. And now you have Court McGee, who's just kind of waltzing in and asking to get fucking submitted for his last fight of his career. Because I bet you if he loses this fight, he ain't fighting again. He's gone. Retirement fight probably for Court McGee. I like Chiesa on the spread. And if you're looking at that submission prop, I do believe it's +210. We can take a double check. Look at it. but I do believe I got my numbers right. Plus 210 for submission. I am minus 3.5 is minus 150 for the spread. I love it. Now, honorable mention Cody Durden against Jose Ochoa. I'm going Cody Durden. Underdog tag, what's he at? Plus 150? Yes, he is. I'm taking that all day. Cody Durden's a guy who can mix it up really well. His striking is decent. I think his grappling's a lot better. Jose Ochoa, grappling has not been checked. Really. Loner Kavanaugh was able to mix it up against him. He's not been checked. If he gets taken to the ground, I think he gets submitted, and I think Cody Durden gets it done. Now, this leads us to our best bet of the evening. Again, we always go a little bit later for these fights that have the best bets. I was going to maybe put Philip Rowe on there. I think this is truly probably the best bet of the evening. I don't know if you can get anything better. I'm going to take the side of Umar Sy to win inside distance at a minus 175. Now, he's fighting Alonzo Menafield. Menafield, in my opinion, is absolutely dog shit. He is. I've taken him time and time again. Took him against Julius Walker. Took him against Azmat. Maybe I thought he could knock him out. And I took him against Carlos Ulberg. He didn't have a chance. Umar Sy's coming to the UFC with absolute aura. Almost all of his fights are finishes. Has a 1 decision inside of his career. Doong Jung. Or 2, I guess. Oh my god, he has 3. What am I talking about here? Anyway, you have Alonzo Menafield, who just doesn't do well. When he loses fights, he gets knocked out. And you have a guy in Umar Sy who has amazing grappling, fantastic back control, 7 inches of reach. He's very, very long, can lock up submissions from anywhere. I think Umar Sy from back control, maybe a TKO from back. I think he gets it done. I think the submissions are wide open for him. I think he's just so long and so competitive in the grappling. Alonzo doesn't have a chance. He's going to be 2 steps behind every single step of the way. And you have Umar Sy who's just going to absolutely overwhelm him with pressure. Give me Umar Sy to win inside distance by KO or submission. Now, you can go Court McGee on the spread. You can go Ricky Simon on the spread. Philip Rowe to win the fight. And there's your 4-pick parlay for the best bets, plus 670. We did hit this last week. $25 will get you 192. Give me it all day. We will be putting that in after the video is done. As you can see, I got $25 on the top right. That will be the bet. It says I have 15 bets, by the way. For the record, I have placed a couple bets, but I also have a bunch of unsettled bets right now with, fucking what's her name, Erin Blanchfield. I'm not sure why those bets are still going. It is what it is. I lost all of them. Okay, don't worry about it. We will take a look at each prop of the night now, but first, I just want to take a look at another honorable mention. Edmund Shabazian, under 1.5 rounds, sitting at a plus, 210. Andre Petroski is very, very slow moving. Edmund Shabazian hits like a fucking truck. If he tags Andre got knocked out by the hip of Jacob Malkoun. He knocked himself out. He will get knocked out by Edmund Shabazian. He's just too stiff. He doesn't move very well. Give me Shabazian by knockout, inside distance. It's a lot better than you think it is. I'm not going to lie. I think Edmund's just going to absolutely torch that guy. Another honorable mention is Mansour Abdul Malik, but his tag is so fucking high, there is no point in betting him under 1.5 rounds, and his line is minus 163. You bet the spread under 1.5 rounds. I don't know why it pays better, but minus 150. It's the same thing as a line, so I guess always do that. We're going to move on to the props of the evening now. Let's go. We're going to start off with Jamie Lynn Horth versus Demessa Vanopoulos. Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. Vanessa Demopoulos. We're going to go with the side of Jamie Lynn Horth on the spread. Minus 3.5, minus 163. There is a huge chance Horth submits her or finishes Demopoulos inside distance. She's a lot bigger than Vanessa Demopoulos. What's her reach? Yeah, she's sitting with almost a 7-inch reach advantage. Watch out for Jamie Lynn Horth tonight. Or tomorrow night, I guess. I guess it's tonight. Whatever. Listen, it's today. It's tomorrow. It's fucking every day, okay? Anyway, we have Philip Rowe versus Ange Lusa. We're going to go with Philip Rowe on the line. I would love to take him by finish, but the problem is we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know how he's going to perform after a year off and 2 losses in a row. We're going to take the line just to be a little bit careful. If you want to be more careful, plus 3.5 is a good pick. Ricky Simon versus Cameron Smotherman. We're going to take Ricky Simon on the spread. Again, I want to pick him by by finish, realistically, but Cameron Smotherman is a guy who has taken punishment pretty well, so it's kind of tough to pick against it. But if I was being honest, Ricky Simon by KO submission, minus 115. Pretty good chance if you'd rather just go not to go distance, Ricky Simon, or excuse me, under 2.5. Ricky Simon probably pays you plus 110 or something like that. You could do that. I like the spread instead. Cody Durden versus Jose Ochoa. I like the spread plus 3.5 at a minus 120. You're only paying 70 cents to get a round for Durden, and Durden's a huge. He likes to stall out some rounds sometimes. He might win rounds 1 or rounds 2 and then lose 1 and 3 or 2 and 3 just due to their striking differential with Jose Ochoa. I do think he takes a round no matter what, though. I think he can win the fight very easy. Malcolm Wallmaker versus Chris Muntino. Listen, guys, if you're not picking Malcolm Wallmaker, you're kind of fucking crazy. Under 1.5 rounds is going to happen. Chris, when he loses, he gets finished, and he doesn't have a whole lot of fights against a whole lot of good strikers that go past the second round. Give me Malcolm Wallmaker to take him out probably in 1. Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Give me the spread of Michael Chiesa. Again, the submission line is so good. What's it pay? Submission or decision minus 280. Yeah, there's no point. Take the spread and just get a free win off of Court McGee, who's going to retire off this fight. Paul Craig versus Adolfo Bellato. I would rather not bet this fight. I'm not going to lie. I would stay away from it. If you guys are betting it, maybe under 2.5 rounds, a little bit more safe. Honestly, Paul Craig is probably your best bet. Adolfo Bellato looks like shit. He kind of just doesn't look fucking fantastic. Paul Craig is absolutely dog shit as well. But you got to take him over Adolfo Bellato, who looks like a fucking can in the UFC. And Paul Craig might be able to mop him up for one last fight. Paul Craig's on the way out no matter what. Just remember that. Alonzo Metafield versus Umar Sy. We're taking the side of Umar Sy inside distance. It's just too easy for me. Actually, you know what? I want to see if this pays more. Hold on. Not to go distance and spread. No, it pays minus 175, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah. Went by KO or submission for Umar Sy. Mansour Abdul Malik versus Cody Brundage. We're going on under 1.5 rounds. This fight will end in the first round, most likely. You're going to see Mansour Abdul Malik absolutely rock the shit out of Brundage probably in the first minute. He will put him down, and he will finish him by a minute 35. That's my official guess. There's no way Brundage makes it through. There's a whole lot of love getting thrown on Cody Brundage. You're fucking biased. You guys know him in real life or something. I think Jacob, that lock of the week guy, he put him as his lock. You know him. It's a fucking trash pick. He's going to go out, and he's going to go out quick. Cody Garbrandt versus Raoni Barcelos. If I'm being completely honest, I would probably stay on the side of Cody Garbrandt plus 3.5. I'm not going to bet this fight as well. This is a little bit too tough for me. The love for Cody Garbrandt I have in this fight is huge. Raoni is 38 years of age, kind of on the downfall, a little bit slower in his last couple fights. Over 2.5 rounds isn't too bad, minus 145, but there's so much. Cody's so glassy with the chin, and Barcelos is a guy who I can definitely see getting fucking chinned by Garbrandt, especially how fast his hands are. I would stay away from this fight, man. If you don't bet Garbrandt, I would stay away from this fight. The tag on Barcelos at this point is not worth it. Minus 225 for a guy who's old as shit is not worth it. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Petrosky. Give me Edmund Shabazian to win. No, you know what? If we're betting the best props, right? We're betting the best props. We're going to go Edmund Shabazian by knockout. You got to do that. Listen. And then we do under 1.5 rounds, Mansour Abdul Malik by KO. There, we're fixing the props a little bit here. Mansour Abdul Malik under 1.5 rounds by KO, minus 125. Watch out for his submissions, but I do think it's a little bit better. You have... No, these are all good. Chiesa, yeah, under 1.5 rounds. Malcolm Wallmaker by knockout. Yeah, that's going to happen for sure. Yeah, we just had to fix those up a little bit. There we go. What's that pay for the Malcolm Wallmaker one now? Minus 110? Ooh, we're getting a little bit better money. Rose Namajunas versus Miranda Maverick. This is another fight I'd say the fuck away from. Miranda Maverick is a girl that, like, is a journeyman in the UFC for the last 5 years. Kind of been okay, kind of been shit for some fights. Wins the fights that she shouldn't win, loses the fights she should win. It's really, really fucking weird with this lady. I would stay on the side of Rose Namajunas. Much more experience in the 5-round fights. Probably much better cardio than Miranda Maverick. And there's not a whole lot of love that you can give to Maverick. I'm going to go with the side of Rose, I guess. I would probably... you know what? I'm not going to pick this fight. There's no point. This tag on Rose is so fucking high. Maybe over 2.5 rounds is good, but again, Rose could knock her out or something. Something crazy like that. Rose is 50-50 on finishes, man. I'm good. I don't want to fucking bet that. Kamaru Usman versus Jacqueline Buckley. I'm not going to lie, guys. The only way I could see Kamaru Usman winning this fight is someone's got to go out. I'm being honest. Someone's got to go out. Truly and respectfully, someone's got to go out. We're going to go not to go distance in this fight. Number one, Kamaru Usman's knees are torched. Number two, Buckley gets tagged all the time. Number three, the grappling and pressure from Kamaru is going to wear out Jacqueline if he grabs a hold of him. And if he doesn't grab a hold of him, Buckley's going to fucking torch him. So there you go. So no matter what, someone's going out. Plus 32,550. That is a 325 to 1 parlay. If you are betting $25 on it like we do for most bets, $8,162 for the bets I like for the evening. Let's just repeat these. Again, these are the best props I like for the night. Jamie Lynn Horth minus 3.5. Philip Rowe. Ricky Simone minus 3.5. Cody Durden plus 3.5. Michael Chiesa minus 3.5. And if you're wondering what the spreads mean, minus 3.5 means they have to win better than 29-28 to win the fight, or they can win inside distance. They have to just win better than 3 points on the scorecards. And if it's 29-28 on 3 scorecards, 29-28 minus 29 minus 28 is 1 point. That means it's 3 points across the board. Minus means they have to be above it. It's like golf, okay? Anyway, plus 3.5, that means they can lose. If they lose on the scorecards 29-28, you still win, which is pretty fucking good. You're buying the point. Umar Sy by KO or submission. Edmund Shabazian by knockout. And Kamaru Usman versus Jacqueline Buckley not to go distance. You have under 1.5 rounds Mansour Abdul Malik by KO. And you have under 1.5 rounds Malcolm Wellmaker by KO. And $25 will get you $8,162. Now let's get into the parlays. Again, well, that was the first parlay, but we're going to talk more about the more in-depth parlays. Early on, I love Jamie Lynn Horth on the spread, Philip Rowe on the line, Ricky Simone on the spread, plus 374. $25 gets you 120 almost back, 118.73. I love it. You also have Malcolm Wellmaker under 1.5 rounds. You don't have to pick Wellmaker on that. It only makes it a little bit tougher. Under 1.5 rounds is good just in case Chris knocks him out or submits him. You have Cody Durden versus Ochoa. I'd probably stay away from that if you're picking this. But minus 3.5 Ricky Simone, and you put minus 3.5 Jamie Lynn Horth on there. There you go. That fixes the early a little bit better. $90 for 25. Makes it a little bit tougher. You can take, if you're looking for, actually, you know what? We'll look at the cycle in a second. Michael Chiesa on the spread, minus 3.5. I love. You have Umar Sy to win inside distance, which I love for most of these parlays. I'm not going to lie. I love it. It feels like a lock to me. You have Edmund Shabazi. You know what? Under 1.5 rounds, Mansour. Oh, my God. Of course. Why do they always do this? They always, like, put some fucking... They always kick me out when I'm trying to make some bomb-ass parlay. That's how you know they're going to win. Because they're kicking me out. They don't want me to talk about them. We're going to put Umar Sy back on there. And you're going to put Mansour Abdul Malik, Cody Brundage under 1.5 rounds. That's plus 300. If you want to get a little bit wilder, which I like to do, to be honest, you can put Ricky Simone spread, Jamie Lynn Horth spread. And if you really want to be wild, you can put Philip Rowe on there. But I like those 5. $25 gets you 226 back, a little bit better. We can look at, honestly, not to go distance, Kamaru Usman, Jacqueline Buckley. You have Mansour Abdul Malik under 1.5 rounds. Does that even change it that much? It really doesn't. There's not really a point. Umar Sy by finish. This is more like a violence parlay, is what it feels like. You can go Michael Chiesa, not to go distance. And you can do Malcolm Wellmaker. Holy shit. I guess I'd do knockout. That'd be my violence parlay, honestly. Those feel pretty locked up. When you're picking Malcolm Wellmaker by just KO, though, you're kind of stressing the fucking submission. These guys always go for whatever they feel is better, right? So you don't know exactly what they're going to go for. Maybe he goes for his first submission in the UFC. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe that's what he's looking for. Maybe he's so confident that he knows he's going to get it, right? We don't really know. Plus 1,400 for that one. I'm gonna give you guys a safe. I'm gonna truly give you my safe pick. This is just truly what I feel like will hit. If you want to be a little bit safer, you could just take Chiesa money line, but there's no point. Ricky Simon spread, Horth spread, Umar Sy inside distance, under 1.5 rounds. Mansour Abdul Malik by knockout. Brundage is just he's just too stable. He just doesn't move very well. Like, he's just, you know what I mean? Edmund Shabazian, Andre Petroski, under 1.5 rounds. Andre's very, very stiff. He doesn't move very well. And that's what gives me the confidence to pick that. Now, that's confidence. That's true confidence. The only thing, in my opinion, that you stress is if Edmund Shabazian gets out of that first round, you are fucked. Because Petroski's going to win that fight. Because Edmund doesn't really win past the first round. Live bet the shit. Listen to what I say. If you are this deep into the video, thank you very much for watching. You guys probably aren't. There will be probably a couple of you. Listen to my words. Live bet Petroski after the first round if it gets to a past the first round. I don't think it will. I think this fight's going early. I think Shabazian has it in him to absolutely torch the shit out of Petroski and block a takedown early enough to just fucking maul him. This is my favorite picks. If you are stressed about the Shabazian, you take it out, you're still at a plus 1,000, okay? $25 gets you 266. You put the Shabazian bet in there, plus 560. And if you really want to get wild, you put Shabazian by knockout under 1.5 rounds, you get plus 4,000. It turns it up fucking to $1,000, okay? I'm probably going to bet this now that I look at it. This is insane odds. That's all I like for the parlays, guys. If you want to get safe, that's a safe one. Horth and Ricky on the spread, plus 126. If you guys are trying to chase deep in the... Listen, this is a night of prop picking because the lines are too chalky. If you lose money on these bouts... Yeah, let's just make it big screen first. If you lose money on these bouts early, if you feel like your parlays are don't put more money... This is not a fucking card to chase, and I need to listen to these words too because I usually chase sometimes if I lose. This is not a card to chase. This is a really, really bad card to chase. There's just too many props. There's too many variables. You have a lot of love for Andre Petroski this week. The line has swelled way the fuck down. You have a lot of love for Raoni Barcelos. Swelled way up, minus 230 now. He was a minus 175 last week. Mansour Abdul Malik swelled to a minus almost 800. Alonzo Menafield's a plus 500. There's a lot of fucking lines that just flew. Hadafo Balata should not be a minus 400. He's trash. Malcolm Allmaker should not be almost a minus 2,000 after one knockout of Cameron Simon, who got torched by fucking Talbot. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys this week. Hopefully you did enjoy. This was the Betting Talk episode 26. I love doing this shit, honestly. I'm going to make this more of a long form type of content. I think I'm going to start doing some live streams where we get maybe some call-ins, maybe get checked out for some parlays and see if we can put something together to win in the week. I don't know. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'll make sure to see you guys tomorrow for the live. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. I'll talk to you guys all later. Peace.